Thank you, Madam Chair. As you've just said, I've been asked to give some sort of overview of the policy options that can aid energy efficiency, and I think a lot of these have been talked of by the panel already. There's a number of general messages that we've heard. I think the first is that energy efficiency is very much a fundamental element in progress towards a sustainable energy future. We heard that from the speakers earlier this morning. And as global energy demand continues to grow to meet the needs and aspirations of people, then actions to increase energy efficiency will be absolutely vital. I think from a business perspective, again from our two speakers on the panel plus Klaus, we've heard that energy efficiency very much makes sense to the business community in a wide range of sectors, and there are very compelling reasons. Efficient energy use reduces our total costs. It reduces emissions, which is one of the reasons we're all here in this conference, and it helps us meet other environmental targets. And it actually helps to extend the availability of large non-renewable resources. And finally, it improves our competitiveness and certainly can improve our overall productivity. I think it's been clearly demonstrated that major progress has actually been made across the globe to improve energy intensity, but there's more anticipated and a lot more can still be done. And in fact, I think the IEA gave us a real lesson in showing us how energy efficiency is actually slowing in some regions of the world, which is a frightening lesson. Having said all this, and having been very positive on energy efficiency, I should stress that it isn't actually a panacea, but it needs to be combined with increased diversification of energy sources and technological advancements. Doing that, it can make a significant impact in squaring the circle between an increased demand for the services that energy provides and environmental protection. Appropriate efforts to improve energy efficiency will improve the efficiency of economics, enhance employment, and also bring us environmental benefits. As demonstrated by some of our speakers again, cost-effective, tried and tested energy efficiency measures that save money and improve quality of life are actually available today. From an ICC perspective, we believe that certain key principles should provide a basis for international cooperation and enabling frameworks for energy efficiency. These include using market forces, promoting open trade and investment, avoiding, as we've heard, trade restrictive measures, and there's considerable talk of those at the present moment, both in the negotiations but also within some regions. We also would add to that fostering research, development and deployment of energy efficient technologies, emphasizing international cooperation as a major area, encouraging mutual recognition of voluntary energy labels and standards, again, something that the panel has recently alluded to. But also another essential area is to actually develop and properly use metrics and life cycle approaches. Without actual reliable measurement, and again, we heard the IEA stressing this point that they needed to work. They've worked closely with the sectors, but they need to work and they need better data from the sectors, obviously within the realms of confidentiality that we all stress. But if we actually come to a more practical basis, then the economic and environmental arguments are very clear. The question we want to ask is actually how to identify and implement cost-effective energy savings through the right interaction of public and private sector roles, market forces and international cooperation. If we look around, many companies have already established energy management systems as an ongoing basis to evaluate and continuously improve their energy use and efficiency. These systems actually build energy considerations into mainstream management decisions and really make these part of, or rather an integral part of, investment and operations. That again is very vital, bringing it to the heart of companies. Investments and other projects need to be evaluated and are done so in many companies on their individual merits, and national and regional differences always need to be considered. And again, I think that came out at the end of the panel in the questions. In particular, it's important to take into account the lifetime of existing systems and infrastructure. Economic gains are usually maximised by replacing less efficient capital stock at the end of its economic lifetime rather than sometime during it. Since circumstances depend on national and regional situations, for each company and country we have to consider which is the best approach to meet its aspirations and needs. I think Klaus made an absolutely critical point when he stated that there is no one solution or policy that's actually going to take us forward. And I've got a number of examples of these policies that I'll rapidly run through. Advanced technology development. The development and global implementation of new cost-effective energy technologies in all sectors is an effective way to improve energy efficiency and reduce greenhouse gas emissions in the long term. This approach is best facilitated by relying on voluntary initiatives and market-orientated measures, including, and again something we've heard, government support for R&D and the elimination of barriers that may inhibit product acceptance and use in the marketplace, along with implementation of the necessary infrastructure. We've heard the Commission from Gertian stating that they're intending to evaluate in this area the use of technological benchmarking, which would be certainly a new approach to the advanced technology development. Secondly, combined heat cooling power production. There's an incredible